Our next recipient, Cassandra Sullivan, or as I know her, Cassie, her honored faculty is me. So this is what I wrote. I have marveled at Cassie's whirlwind of activity and engagement at this university and across the globe. In one of my letters of recommendation for her, I called her a force of nature. In that phrase, and as her biography attests, there is a wonderful word of warning. Be careful what you ask of Cassie, because she'll do it with abandon and probably get elected to office or build a school as a byproduct. We were lucky to have had her here at Boise State and will be privileged to watch the force of her hard work, passion, and promotion of the common good unleashed on the world. Please join me in welcoming Cassie Sullivan.
At the conclusion of my freshman year, I was so inspired by my successful peers, I decided to take out my phone and jot down the goals I hoped to achieve upon my graduation at Boise State. So what better time than now in front of all of you to check my progress on those goals. Without further ado, exactly 1,002 days ago, I said, in spring 2014, I will be graduating first with 2 marketable degrees. I'm only graduating with a degree in economics, but it's the study of markets. So if I meant TOO, 2 marketable degree, I was spot on. Unfortunately, I was leaning towards making a lot of money. But my perspective on my earnings has changed because of my experiences at Boise State, especially so as I spent a summer working in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I was volunteering alongside 2 MIT students. They were complaining about the volunteer work, and they said, "We feel so bad for all these poor people, especially so in the United States. Those poor kids stuck going to public high schools that will go to state universities and end up in dead-end jobs." Taken aback, I covertly inquired, "So you don't think that a girl from Podunk, Idaho, whose dad is like a truck driver or something, who goes to state university, could ever end up where you are, working here, right now?" "Unfortunately, no," they responded. I never let them know my secret that I had described myself that day. But I did walk away with the perspective that some people were so poor, all that they had was money. So thank goodness I changed that goal. The second thing I wrote to myself was that I would graduate as a summa cum laude. I think I'm a few hundredths of a decimal point off, whatever that is, but close enough. I did write it, though, in mind, focusing solely on academics. I thought the picture of a successful student was someone who got straight A's and excelled only in the classroom. But after I spent a summer in Washington, D.C., I realized I was missing the point. I was surrounded by high-achieving students from across the globe, and they went to go get ice cream on Wednesday nights when we had homework due the next day. I was taken aback. "I thought you said you wanted to run for Congress. You think you can just go get ice cream and we have homework to do?" They told me to take a look at Congress and realized they probably went and got ice cream more than just on Wednesday nights. My learning experiences extended far beyond the classroom, especially so when I spent a semester going to 6 different countries. It was as least academic as I had ever been, and it was the most educational time of my life. My third goal that I wrote was to be awarded top 10 scholar, which makes this moment even more incredible for me. But what's so great about this recognition is we're actually just getting an award and an honor for immersing ourselves into what we've loved for the past 4 years. This is a time for us to reflect, but it's going to extend far beyond this moment, and the momentum that we've gained from these 4 years will only keep us going and fueling us further and further. One for 2. And my last goal, and this one's the most ridiculous of them all. I had no idea how I thought I could control it. Reads verbatim, "Have a huge canary diamond engagement ring on my finger." And what's most ridiculous about it is that it actually happened. Hashtag winning. But what impresses me most about that I wrote that goal is that I recognized even then that relationships were going to be an extremely large part of this journey, especially so with my mom and dad, who the weekend before school began, I was too scared and too stressed, and I called up and said, "Take me up, pack me home. I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I can be successful here." They showed up on my doorstep from Eastern Idaho 4 hours later. My dad was ready to pack me up and take me home. I was his baby girl. But my mom said, "I think you're going to regret this for your whole life if you don't just give it a try." So thank you, Mom and Dad, for not caring about my academics or accolades whatsoever, but measuring me by my testimony and by my happiness, because that's really what it's all come down to. So I had a 50% success rate on my goals, but I feel like I had a 100% successful time at Boise State University, which tells us that our goals don't really measure all that we are, and they're not the limits to what we can achieve. And I'm going to walk away from here with a lot more than what's on my transcript or my resume, but relationships that are beyond measurement. So I'm so grateful that 4 years ago, when I was about to quit, for the first time in 18 years of my life, I listened to my mom and I gave it a try. I'm now so happy to get to call to the stage my honored faculty, Dr. Finstuen. Stay sitting. And he has served me and so many other students in countless ways. He has a talent for seeing talents in people and then amplifying them. When I was having a discussion with him, we were talking about regrets. He shared with me he wondered what his experience would have been like if someone had told him to apply for a Rhodes or a Truman, like he told me. I thought about this further, and then I realized Dr. Finstuen couldn't have been nominated to get a Rhodes or a Truman because he would have won, and then he never would have ended up at Boise State to make all of us recipients and finalists of those goals. So, you can come up now. Oh, thank you.